Hey everybody, this is Callie D with a Smitten Kitten, and I have Eric on with me today. He wanted to come on and give a guy's perspective on love, sex, dating, and relationships. So we're excited to have you here, Eric. So just let everybody know kind of what you do and who you are.
Well, my name is Eric. I live in Dallas, Texas. I live born and raised. I was born in North Carolina, raised in New Jersey. Um, been here. I've been basically. I'm an entrepreneur. I sell various merchandise, jewelry, belts, pocketbooks, handbags. Scarves now since we're going into the season.
Awesome. And I have a couple of your products, your sunglasses, and then the Cartier necklace and bracelet, which I love. And since my name is Callie, when people see me wearing that C, they
Okay,
kind of comment on it. So again, appreciated for my birthday gifts. Um,
absolutely, Callie, absolutely.
yeah, Eric came to my little birthday bash that I had at Lorenzo Hotel. We had a lot of fun. I
Fantastic.
it was a little what am I trying to say? I might have tried to schedule way too much in one day because we did the pool party and then we had dinner, and it was like, after 12 to 6 we were at the pool, and then 7 to like 9 was dinner. Now thinking back, we probably should have done dinner the day before and then done the pool, but whatever.
Yeah.
I always go a little too hard too fast, so it's just part of my nature. But again, thank
Oh,
you for coming and celebrating with me. I really enjoyed hanging out with you, and I definitely enjoy your support and your love on all the things that I do. So just
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
get that out of the way. So give me a little bit of background on you, as far as have you ever like, how many long-term relationships have you had? How many years do they last? Have you ever been engaged, married, that kind of thing?
Well, never been married, never been engaged. My longest relationship was maybe I would say about 5 years.
Okay.
Um, I had a long term relationship with my high school sweetheart, and I ended up like dropping off, moving out of the area, end up coming back and rekindle things, and that was one of my, I was like, okay, well maybe we can finish up our love type process type thing. Um, Another relationship, one of my another high school sweetheart. Um, and I had a current relationship here in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Grew apart, first time understanding that being incompatible with each other.
Right. And how long did that one last?
I would say 3 years.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I think, it really takes about a year to 2 years to get to know somebody. You know what I mean? So, what's happened in my life, just a little background is, I got married straight out of high school, graduated a year early, and kind of got with the first guy who treated me right. You know what I mean? Thinking that's what love was. And I'm talking, I was married on my 18th birthday. So, by 2021, we had both grown so much that, the relationship ended. I was willing to work on things, suggested counseling, and he wasn't really down with it. So I kind of called it quits after that. Like, if you're not really willing to maintain something, or at least, just try counseling. I went to counseling by myself, actually. And even my counselor was like, I don't think this guy is for you. Like, all these things you say you want in somebody, he doesn't have. And it was like, okay, I made the right choice. And then I had another 4-year relationship with the guy that I was in love with from high school, and still was in love with him, even though I got married. He just didn't want to be with me. So I kind of moved on. And then after I separated and divorced from my husband, we were together for about 4 years. And that was that's a whole episode in itself. Um, and then later on in life, I got married again. And then, once I had children, he became physically and emotionally abusive, because I guess he thought that he had me trapped, and, had to call that one quits as well. So I've been pretty much single for the last 7 years. But yeah, that's a little background on me. So married twice, been proposed to 2 times besides those times.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was just my 20s. Like, I left my
Wow.
my ex-husband, like, right before I turned 30. Yeah, right before my 30th birthday, and I've pretty much, I've dated exclusively, but I haven't had anything that was, I guess you could say, significant. So I've been single for 8 years, and, I've learned a lot about myself. Um, Now you interact in the private group on the Smitten Kitten in Facebook. And I'm sure you see some of my posts regarding, love and relationships. Is there anything that you in particular that you wanted to talk about today, or just kind of an overview?
Well, I mean, we could just do an overview. I've just been seeing a lot of good subjects and whatnot. And, and the one thing I can just follow up what you were saying about yourself. I mean, one thing I've been seeing about independent women is that, saying a lot of them are single. And I'm like, and I could never understand that. I mean, I feel like that's the perfect dream team. I
Yeah,
mean, that a woman got her own identity, and, can really like do 100, we can do 100% with each other. I mean, that's
right.
more the merrier. I mean, especially in this day, this economy. I mean, how you gonna be the only breadwinner or without a woman having her own identity? I'm like, so I really didn't ever get that. So I'm really appalled. I mean, that's one of the things that I'm attracted to is a strong woman, independent woman, got her doing her own thing, like her own little circle. I mean, and it seems like because it seems like if you're together all the time, you can fall out of love. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
for
just
sure.
me. And your lady's doing her thing. Hey, she might be doing a podcast in New York, or she might be in California or something like that. Like how you travel. I mean, it
Right.
makes the love. I mean, I miss you. I mean, can't wait till you come back home. I mean, so
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I see. Just to follow up, and I saw that saying a lot of independent women have like multiple marriages and different relationships and stuff like that, because a man can't really like. He feel like he want to be the man King Kong, and like his woman supposed to just be at home washing dishes and shit. I'm like, nah, hell no, hey, get on the grind.
Shoot,
You know,
my last marriage, I was at home washing dishes, and he still treated me like crap. Like I was like domestic goddess because I had 2 children with him. So,
right,
I
right,
actually I was an accountant before that, and I quit my job to stay at home with my daughter, and then continued that with my son too. I mean, I would do you know me, I can't not make money, so
right,
I would like clean houses or do whatever I could. I sold Herbalife for a while, and just whatever I could just to at least contribute a little bit, just so I could have my own money and not have to depend on him. And I mean, I would clean the house would be clean when he got home. I would time dinner so that whenever he got home, like it was hot and ready to make, like he walks in the door and dinner's on the table, and
right,
took care of the kids, all that kind of stuff. And it was like, um, I couldn't do anything good enough for him. Like it just, it, so even as an independent woman, being the one sitting at home taking care of the kids and washing dishes and cleaning and doing the laundry and doing all of that stuff, plus having sex with him, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Like,
right, right,
like what
right,
they say, like the dream is like I still couldn't even like get the man to treat me right. So
right,
I've done both sides of the coin, and that's when I was like, you know what, screw this crap. Like I'm just gonna do me for a while and
right,
have somebody who actually appreciates me for who I am, whatever that is. I don't mind being a stay-at-home mom. I actually thoroughly enjoy it because I love being around my kids and being able to take care of my home. Being single, it's hard to be the breadwinner and the domestic goddess all at the same time. I feel like something's always failing. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing really good over here, but then this is like, so I'm making money and I'm busy, and then like my house is a wreck,
right,
or
right,
I'm concentrating on the house and the school, the school stuff with my kids, and then it's like I'm not making money. So it's definitely a
right.
balancing act. But I hear what you're saying. So now you mentioned independent women, and I've done a lot of studies and reading and watching different relationship coaches and things like that. And so give me your take on this. So what I feel like, especially really driven women, maybe where they're lacking in their relationships is because they have too much masculine energy. So it's hard, and I just struggle with this too. It's like I'm a boss every day, like I own pit bulls, I'm alpha, I have kids, I'm having to be mom and dad, I work in the music industry, so I have to be hard. I can't really be a soft woman, to some of these people, otherwise they try to take advantage of me. um so I was noticing that I was bringing that into my relationships as well, and so I've had to learn how to kind of soften my energy, let a man take the lead, let them take me out, let them help me, because they'd be like, hey, do you need help with that? I'm like, no, 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 I got it. And men, I feel like, need to be needed, and in this day and age where women are doing everything, it's like a lot of times we forget that. So what is your take on like the feminine masculine energy type thing?
Well, well, I'm an only child and come from single parent home. So my mom, she was strong, and a lot of things she used to install in me. With that, she used to say, she like, I don't really need a man. I mean, of course, she needed a man.
Right.
She had multiple. Had various men in her life after my dad, but but so and growing up, you always learn by looking. By your sight. That's how you first learn. I think I learned how to kiss by even like watching soap operas with my grandma.
That's funny.
So,
Yeah.
I watched my mom when I was growing up, and she used to handle her business, and the guys to come through, and moms to step up, and my mom's, I would say she was alpha, but she was willing to be the woman, and fall in. So, as far as masculinity, I like that. I don't like no let me back that up. I don't like no I
It's like,
don't like no like
hold on,
I like a
let me choose my words correctly real quick,
yeah,
right?
let me say I don't want you to like just hound me and not like that.
Yeah.
But uh I like a woman like, like to tell me what she like. I don't like being the shot call all the time. Hey baby, you want to go to IHOP for breakfast or you want to go to Waffle House? I don't care, baby, whatever. Like, fuck that. Say IHOP, baby, or like, or I'm the shot call on every move. I like the team type thing,
Right.
like far as masculine and far as a woman, so with that being independent, I don't really say it's masculine. She's masculine, but she has her own voice. That's what I would.
Okay.
It's all about the way you tell a story on that. In that one, I would say she has her own voice. Even in sex, hey baby, can you do this for me? Or baby, can you do this better? I have been with some women and like be scared to tell me. Like, and I ask them like straight up, I'm like, yo, what about last night? Did you like that? Or anything I could have did better? Or
Right.
help me out. Shit. Yeah. Everybody know how to ride a bike, but everybody can learn how to ride it better.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah, I like that one. Everybody knows how to ride a bike, but everybody can learn how to ride it better.
absolutely.
Insert anything else you want in there other than bike. But okay, I get what you're saying, and and I think with me too, it's like because I am so dominant in everything else in my life, like I'd like to have one area where I can just kind of fall back. And I understand what you're talking about, though. Like, you don't want to be the one making all the choices all the time. So one of the things that I've learned in my research is giving like small challenges. So just be like, if you want a man to do something, instead of like nagging, be like, God, I wish you would just take me out, be like, it would be really nice to like go out tonight, and that kind of, puts it in there because they're not mind readers. They don't know what you want.
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
like being able to say like, hey, it would really just, it feel nice just to go out tonight, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, or, I was really thinking like Mexican food sounds good, and so like kind of narrowing down the options so that, the man can like, they're called small challenges, right? So,
Right. Right.
so yeah. Okay. So have you done online dating at all?
I tried that, and yeah, I tried it, but I really like it. It seemed like I have a better result just bumping into at 7-Eleven at Walmart,
Yeah.
or like this outing. That like online dating. I didn't been on it like meet a female and then she want to ask me all these questions about saying like where do I work at or
Right.
damn, get to know me. You want to know where I work at, how much I make a year. Come on.
It's a little presumptuous,
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of like it's like going through clearance or something like that. Like let's meet. I didn't met women that's been lawyers, and I didn't met women that's been servers.
Hmm.
So it's not no, like it's no better woman than the lawyer. The woman that's a lawyer is not better than the woman that's a cook or a chef.
Okay.
So it's who are you?
Yeah. Here I
All
as
these
a
other
person.
questions is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And I totally get that. I think sometimes we fail at asking the right question, right? So it's like, we want to know if you're ambitious, if you can handle, your own, possibly, and being a woman, and especially if they don't have children, You know, like if I was to get pregnant and want to stay at home, would you be able to take care of me? You know, if I get sick, would you be able to take care of me? So I think that that's where kind of like the income plays a factor, because we want to know that, like, hey, you know, do you got me at the end of the day? Like, if anything happens, would you be able to help? But to just straight out and be like, well, what do you do and how much do you make? You know, it is a little too much, right?
Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right. I mean, and I feel like that's likewise. I mean, what do you, I mean, as I, I mean, I don't ask a female that in the beginning, but eventually I will. Hey, do you got my back?
right.
Or something was to happen to me if I, fall off my bike,
Yeah, the bike you could learn to ride
yeah,
better.
I mean, can you help me out? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, or whatnot. Like if I fall back, how your income? Can you hold me down too? I know a woman likes security as well as a man, but a man's like security also too.
right.
As far as like I said, once again, team. You
Yeah,
know, we don't have to like reflect back into. I don't think we can bring the 1970s and the 60s type of living, and the man runs the house, and the woman stays home and wash the clothes and have everything cooked and stuff like that. That's just, we're on a totally different plane now.
right.
So I mean, like, can we have each other back?
Yeah, for sure. And I think, you know, and you kind of just tapped on it right there too earlier. You said it's 100 and 100%. You know, it's not 50-50. You know, there's no
Right,
half-ass stuff, you know, even maybe 110 and 110. Like, why not just, you know, try to go
right.
even a little bit harder for each other, because that definitely makes a good relationship. So one of the, I don't know if you watched this last video that I posted, but talking about expectations and boundaries, right? So I think a lot of the things that we're seeing this day and age with men is their fear of commitment. Do you have an issue with commitment? Like, what is your take on that? Like, are you, when you date, are you just dating to have fun, or are you looking for a long term relationship? Do you even know? Like, you know, what's up with that?
I think that was a good one. I don't really know. I mean, but I want to be. I mean, I'm a good man in general. I mean, and I be straight up. I might if I, I don't want to give no one an impression that I don't have a friend. Or I'm just looking for someone that's more permanent. I mean, right now, I don't really know. I'm in the process of loving myself, and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoy loving myself, and I mean, I do love hanging out, whatnot, and meeting, various friends, and but I can't be serious if it get there. But it's like, I don't want to be too hard, or because I mean, like my last relationship, and I tried to mold my ex girlfriend to what I wanted her to be,
Right.
and she wasn't that. I
Yeah.
mean, and that really hurt us, and that hurt us overall. So
Right.
we got a good friendship now, and we just exclude a lot of things out. So
So if you were on a date and a girl asked, "What are you looking for?" What would your answer be?
compatibility,
Okay.
I would say compatibility. Say, can
Okay.
we laugh? Can we just joke? I mean, can we joke? Can we communicate? Just us, just talking about this guy right here next to us, and in the seat over there, they done ate 5 hamburgers back to back. Or can we, say, can we just hang out? Can we be friends? And I mean, is we compatible in the bedroom together? I mean, just not.
Is that my phone? I forgot I changed my ringer. Hold on a second.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I had to turn. I've been waiting for these calls to come through, and I had my I always have my ringer off, and then I had to like change the ringer because I couldn't hear it. But anyway, that was my
Okay,
brother.
okay. So
Luke, I
what?
will call you back.
Okay, I thought that was a call-in person. Like, what?
I
I had.
know. I mean, we could. I have the capabilities. But let me go ahead and turn this ringer off real quick so we don't have that happen again. My apologies. Um, okay, now how do you feel? Okay, so this is kind of I'm going to just pick your brain right now. Um, um, when you're on a date, okay, or when you're dating a girl, and let's say that she doesn't set up the boundaries as far as like what she wants, um, as you know, long-term commitment, whatever. Like she's not saying, "Hey, you know, I'm in a relationship and I'm not going to do this unless you know we have a commitment." So you're already you know having sex with her prior to commitment. How would you feel if she came back later and was like, "Hey, you know, I'm starting to develop feelings. You know, I can't do this anymore unless we have a commitment. Would you be willing to give that commitment, or is it kind of like, I've heard some men say that it's kind of like, well, you've already gone this far, you can't like backtrack, right? So like,
Right.
so it's like either you can't continue to see that person and not have sex because you've already gotten that, so it's
Right.
like you either have to like just cut it off completely, or move on to that commitment. I mean, is that a pretty decent train of thought?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be cool with that. I mean, well, I'm having sex with a woman, and she come at me and say, "Hey, yo, E, I mean, I'm kind of feeling you right now, and I would like to just, maybe it can just be us, because I mean, and I mean, I feel like if you meet a woman these days, she has another person that she's probably having sex with or communicating with, but
Right.
hey, she's just developing an option, and I mean, yeah, I'd be willing to have if I'm feeling the same way she feeling because deep down, because I made the mistake once a long time ago, and I was feeling this chick, right? And she like we didn't have sex and stuff, and I told her, I said, you know what, I'm feeling you, like yo, I'm getting feelings for you, and like she cut my ass off, you know what I'm
So
saying? So
it was the opposite.
yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, women is stepping up, and I respected that, and I was
Right.
like, I'm like, shit, man. I was like, the communication was there. The sex was great. I mean, she was doing her own thing. I was doing my own thing, and like, yeah, I was like, I was liking that, and I said it. And one of my peoples, I mean, one of my homegirls had told me she was like, yo, we women these days ain't really like trying to, especially if we didn't came out of a relationship.
Yeah.
We really like just enjoying life because we want
Hmm.
to really enjoy life, in a relationship and either coming at domestic dispute
Yeah.
abuse, all different any of the type of components. But
Yeah.
so yeah, yes, most likely I think for me, I would willing to let the lady say that first, and I'd
Yeah.
be feeling because
Yeah.
I didn't get struck before, so I'm in fear of that.
That fear of rejection. I think it's healthy to be rejected though. And I
Yeah,
mean, it's going to happen at some point in your life, whether it's in business and friendship and in love. And, it's not the end of the world, you
no,
know?
no,
So it's like, okay, your ego gets a little bruise there, so you got to like, whatever you can do to heal that ego a little bit, whether it's go get a couple phone numbers at the bar, just know that you
right,
got it,
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying, and then like
right,
just pick up the
right,
pieces and go on,
right,
but
right.
and all rejection really means is that at least you took a chance. Some people don't even do that.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Exactly. I walk on eggshells with that, man. I just try to, I made when that last experience there,
Hmm.
uh, I just try to be, walk on eggshells and just try to be the best guy I can be, the best lover I can be. And if it comes to that and I'm feeling the same way, yeah, I won't be willing to have a relationship after sex, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because I mean, why shouldn't I have sex with you before we say we're going to be in a relationship?
Yeah, I feel
Huh?
that too.
Yeah, gotta
That's
ride the
the
bike.
struggle. I know, you gotta test drive the car before you buy it, right?
Yeah, I gotta take the bike.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I guess I kind of struggle with that because I was in a relationship where we weren't compatible in the bedroom really, but I was very young, so I hadn't had very much experience, and once I finally kind of found that right person, which then it was like the other way. Then it was like I didn't want to let it go, even though he was also horrible, because I was scared that I was ever going to find that again. And then,
Right.
but of course in my 30s, and I've had this conversation and it sounds pretty um I don't want to sound like, anyway, there's plenty of good dick out there. There is.
Right. Right.
And there's
Right.
plenty of good pee out there. So it's like
Absolutely.
when men and women like just hold on to this one thing that's toxic just because y'all are great in the bedroom. I mean, it's kind of, it's not self-serving at all, because you can find that kind of stuff with other people, you
Yeah.
know. And I've been blessed enough that in my 30s, I've rarely not had chemistry in the bedroom. I don't know if it's just I know myself, I know people better, I know the signs of compatibility, that kind of stuff. But I've probably had more mediocre, where it was like, man, it's all right, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it hasn't been like, you get there and you're like, "Ah, that was it. Fuck."
Right.
Like I shaved my
Right.
legs for this, like, so anyway, I think that comes with just learning yourself and learning people and getting out there and dating and experiencing it. I mean, you
Right.
know,
Right.
how do you know what you want if you don't even, you don't even go out there and experience the good and the bad and the ugly and the indifferent.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but yeah, I'm I'm at a stage in my life right now where I do get attached to people, especially if we're compatible on inside and outside of the bedroom. Um,
Right.
and then I get to a point where I'm like, all right, I want a deeper connection because I did have somebody that I was kind of casually having a relationship with for like 4 years. And, I got drunk one night and the L word slipped out. I didn't even tell him I loved him. I told him, tell me you love me. And I don't know where that came from because I never say that shit. But he got pissed. He was like, done. I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. Talk to you later. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was like after that, I was like, fuck, like I can't, like, how do you have this type of relationship with me? Like we were friends, before. I mean, we were basically friends with benefits, known each other for years before we ever took it, that further step. And then you don't love me?
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? So like that
Yeah.
kind of that kind of gave me PTSD, man. So it's like once I start to kind of have those feelings, it's like I don't want to not say anything because I'll be damned if I have another 4-year relationship like that where,
Yeah.
the person can't love me back. So
Right. Right.
I'm in that like middle ground now where it's like, all right, maybe I do need a commitment before I start, because I want something deeper than just sex. So what are your thoughts and feelings on that? Like, do you find yourself falling in love, or is love hard for you? Are you scared of the word? Like, what is up with dudes being scared of love?
Well, I'm not scared of love. I mean, yeah, I'm down with it all day. But I just say time take time. Um, and like once again, once I said before, I like women that's independent. So I know they doing a thing, so especially going up in Jersey and New York. I mean, you can barely. Sometimes you might don't even see, what I'm saying, your friend for like 2 weeks, and it ain't nothing personal about it. It's just like I'm on the grind. I work. I take the train home from work. I wind down, watch Law and Order, and that's it. But I do want to see you, but I know I got to do this and that. You might don't even see your friends for like almost months, and it is like that. So, uh, and like I said, and I would say, I will piggyback what you said, PTSD,
PTSD, yeah,
SD, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Post traumatic
yeah.
stress,
So
post traumatic sex disorder.
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
We got a new one there. I'm
yeah,
coining that.
yeah.
I own that.
Oh man, that's lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah.
So I walk on eggshells, but I mean I can come in and yeah, I mean I definitely like we've been going together, we've been kicking it for 4 years. I mean, he gotta be something there. I mean, more than just, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd love to have sex with you, so I love you. I mean, so it's like a
Right.
no-brainer. With me, that's what it is. I'm like, damn, I mean, at 4 years, same person, or it can be different, but then like consistently through 4 years, we didn't
Yes.
like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
love there. No, I'm not scared or nothing like that, but I just let a woman be her woman now because I know it. Especially now we got the black vice president,
Yeah.
aka, oh, women, y'all about to be hard now. Y'all about to be your own thing. Don't tie me down. I can pay my own mortgage. I got my own car. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what, I mean, I knew I like women like that. So I just take it easy, and I know it can be some time, but yeah, if a woman tell me like she having feelings, yeah, I would let her know I'm most likely I'm having feelings for her or that, yeah, most like if I'm doing it for a long time, yeah, I have
There's
feelings.
got to be something there, right?
It gotta
Yeah.
be. It's a no brainer,
I
you
think
know.
I'm like, I almost want to be like, who hurt you? Like, show me where they hurt you at. Like, do we need to go
Yo,
to therapy?
I
Do you need therapy? Therapy is okay. I promise.
I
It
heard
doesn't
that
make you.
before though. I heard that before. And I was laughing. My boy, he said the same thing, but I was hanging out with this female, right? And I was just like, it was my first time getting to meet her, and then she asked me something. I got defensive, like, hey, no, you go ahead first, or something like I forgot what it was. And she's like, damn, baby, who hurt you?
Right.
Because you got to watch out for the jug too. I mean, hey, the women as well as men. I mean, everybody finessing and jugging now. So let's
Yeah.
be straight up. What do you want? What do you want to do? I mean, that's what I like. Just put it on the table.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of joking. You
Yeah,
know.
I'm 38, so it's like, I don't have time to waste with somebody who is so inconsiderate of my feelings,
Right.
like I'm a whole
Right.
ass person, I got a soul, I got feelings, I got a heart, like,
Right.
I'm not just a P, I'm not
Right.
just what I can do for you. So, I'm almost quicker to pull the trigger on, and I think after, and again, it really depends on how long you've known this person, maybe prior to taking that extra step. Like, I have a tendency, I don't really like to do strange. I don't like to, I'll date people I don't know, but if I don't know you at all, like let's say we met on a dating app or we just met, at a bar or at work or just something like that, and I don't know you that well, I'm less likely to give you a chance because I don't know what it is about me. I just it's hard for me to trust people that quick, and it probably
Right.
has something to do with, my childhood or whatever. Uh,
Right.
Most likely has something to do with my childhood, but so I tend to date people that I've already known for a while, because then I feel comfortable being vulnerable to them and going there. So it's like if we're already having sex, then I probably have known you for a little while,
Right. Right.
and so after let's say 3 or 4 months, if this is a consistent thing and I'm feeling you, well, I already kind of know you as a person. I know you're a good person, so then I'll allow myself to feel those feelings, right?
Right.
So you know I don't like it when people are like, "Oh, after 6 paid dates, you need to give them the ultimatum, after, this amount of time, you need to find out if they're want to, I think
Right.
everybody's different. So,
Right.
so on whatever timeline it is, but I just happen to want to pull the trigger just a little bit sooner than later because of that one experience.
Right.
Zobear, what is
Right.
it?
Right. Right. Right.
Hold on. Come here.
Got you. I got
My
you.
dog my dog's over here being needy. Come here, Zobear.
Okay. All right. That's understandable. I saw you on the Facebook too. You got some two nice ones too.
My
Yeah.
my pups?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
They're
Pups.
rescues. They're
Pups like
rescues.
Saint Bernards or something like
Oh,
that.
no, they're pitties. They're pretty, they're average size.
Right.
Ziggy's probably about 60 pounds. I think Zobear's probably about 60 pounds too. But
Right. Right.
her's a pretty girl. Yeah, she likes to be right next to me. So I have to pull this little bench over and put her right next to me because she won't be
Right.
next to me on the floor. No, she's too good for the floor. So I
Right.
have to have a bench that's like next to me so she
Wow.
can be right next to me.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a spoiled
Wow.
little bitch, but I love
So
her.
my let me ask you a question. So what makes well, I mean, what's your definition of a good, like you said, good date?
Oh
Good.
gosh.
What's like straight
Okay.
up? I'm like, okay.
Okay. Average is good. Average is fine. Yeah, fuck. You're putting me on the spot here. You have to it's almost like dancing. It's like finding a dancing partner, like somebody that can move with you, that can almost anticipate what you're going to do next. Definitely can take direction, rhythm is definitely good. Um, you know, chemistry. I'm a real touchy feely person, so like, I like the kisses and the touching and like all that kind of stuff. But as far as like and I think also, by the time we get to this age, I feel like, you're mid to like 30s and on, men should know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
so, maybe in my 20s, like, it was more of a learning experience, but, I have a rule that if I decide to engage sexually with you, usually the first time it's a lot of nerves, right? Because you're just finding
Right.
out about each other, and especially as a female, you're like, oh, does he think I'm fat? Like, are my tits okay? Like, am I doing this right? So you're like in your head that first time,
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
it
Right.
might not be fucking amazing that, like mind blowing that first time.
Right. Right.
So I give it three tries.
Okay.
Um, so after the third time, if I'm just not feeling it, then we probably aren't gonna do it again. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
If it's not acceptable, like if I'm not like, damn, like the next day, like, all right, that was good. If I don't want to make you a sandwich after the third time, you know? Like, I'm gonna be like,
Right.
damn, where is that bread and that meat? Let me go make you a
Yes.
sandwich real quick, you know? So by the third time, if it's not, at least going into that direction, then, probably we need to stop.
Right.
Because it's just, we just don't, and it doesn't even mean that like they're not good. It's just that we aren't good together. We're not a good dancing partner together. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much that pretty much says it all. Oh, also I'm in my late 30s, so you definitely have to be able to get it up.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I don't even know what to say after that.
Right. Right.
I understand whiskey is a thing. I understand, but if it's like you always have issues in
Right.
that area, every time we try, like it's a little bit too much work than I'm willing to, and I've had people who are able to like compensate in other ways, which
Right.
is great. But um, yeah, yeah,
Right.
take some pills. They got pills for that shit. Like
Absolutely.
don't
Yeah.
don't be scared.
Doubt. No doubt.
um, so, but yeah, that's and I'm also really attracted to personalities. I want somebody who is ambitious. Who's I work in the music industry, so talent is sexy as fuck,
Okay.
and somebody who's funny, who can make me laugh, so there's a lot of things like that can happen outside of the bedroom that make it even better inside, that like turn me on so much where I'm just like, oh, I have to have it,
Right. Right.
I've dated people before that are performers, and like just watching them on stage, I'm like,
You're
fuck,
right.
you're gonna get it later, like. So so those are some things that aren't necessarily physical, that I think contribute a little bit to it. So
Okay. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
if you're on the quieter side, like, yeah, quiet and mysterious sometimes can be attractive, but that's just usually not for me. Like
Right.
I need to hear you. I need to hear you
Right.
be something, so
Right. That's
so
what's
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Was that
That's
an
what's up.
acceptable
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah, that was very acceptable. I mean, and especially like I definitely like agree with the third time, three strikes. I mean,
Yeah.
because the first time everybody's like walking on eggshells, like, oh, do shit like that, or
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you just saying, some people like passion, and some people like, like really get deep passion, like grab a neck or something like that. I mean, you're not going to do that the first time, or you got
No.
what I'm saying, certain things,
Mm-mm.
maybe smack you, man, whatnot.
Yeah.
So you got
And
to
you're
be
not you're
right.
not gonna get super freaky the first time, and if you do, I might be scared because I'm like, "The fuck? Like, you do this with everybody? Like,
Like,
shit.
wow. Like
You're a
I'm finna
different
make him.
level for me. There's
I'm
levels
finna
to
make
this
him.
shit."
I'm make him a casserole right there. First.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, on the choking thing, it's kind of funny when you start to get that comfortable with somebody where they're kind of like they like go to put their hand around your neck and they're like, "Oh crap!" And I'm like, "It's okay, you can grab it,"
Right,
like
right, right, right,
like
right.
go for it, it's okay, like.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta take your time to do something like, let's ease up to it, just
Yeah,
maybe like rub it first or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah. I have realized that. I mean, that's like a lot of women like that though.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, you have to kind of ease into it. You don't want to like kill me, like the first time you try. Like it's like that's a little aggressive, dude. Like ease up, make my eyes pop out and shit. Like
Yeah,
let's not do
yeah,
that. But
yeah, yeah,
um, you know,
yeah, yeah.
maybe we should figure out a safe word before we go that far.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I heard one of my friends. She said, yeah, hold on, boy, I got acid reflux."
That's funny. So a lot of people are finding out that they're not really built for monogamy. Okay, so like we have a lot of these poly people or people who are into open relationships or who are just, I like to use the term ethical non-monogamy because there's a whole like umbrella of terms for being non-monogamous. What is your take on that? Do you usually lean towards monogamy? Would you be open for somebody that you have like a relationship with, having other relationships as well? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I'm realistic. Once again, like I said in the beginning, like I mean, I know if I meet a woman, I mean, most likely, I mean, I'm attracted to it. And I feel like, here, I mean, you gotta have some friends. You're not sitting at home or
Right.
before I came along. So yeah, I mean, and so I come in the game and I just try to win. You know, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's realistic. I mean, what I feel like I mean, if I'm attracted to you, you probably do have a, either ex-husband or a boyfriend that, and you let me talk to you, and give me a number, like maybe he's tripping or something like that, ain't trying to pay no bills, or he always coming up with excuses, and so it's already some opening there, and you give me that opportunity to far as to, for me to come in, yeah, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, you do have a mate or something like that.
Yeah. Well, and just like you said, if you're attracted to somebody, like obviously other people will probably be attracted to them as well. I mean,
Right,
I've had guys who their ex was super jealous, like, and they like make a statement like, well, she thinks everybody wants to fuck me. Well, duh, like she's not dating
right,
a troll. You know what
right,
I'm saying? Like
exactly,
you're a
exactly.
handsome, charming guy. Like, why wouldn't other girls want to fuck you? But like if you're coming home to me every night, and then you're making me feel special, and I feel like I'm number one, even though maybe I'm not, I'm cool, so
Right,
and again, I think that comes with age. It also comes with a certain level of security in your
right,
own self, because I know I got it going on. Like, I mean, shit, I'm on
right,
social media. People are like in my inbox all the time. Like,
right.
it's okay. They're not in my inbox all the time, but enough. And I'm being a little ego. I'm all like,
You
but
got it going on though. Yeah,
well, thank you. So, and that's usually a conversation I have with guys. It's like, like, hey, I I have other options. Like, so if I give you my time, if I, set aside this time and I, dress up and look nice and smell nice and, and stroke your ego and other things, like, just know that you're special because I have plenty of options out there. And,
absolutely.
and I'm also okay with not taking on those options. Like I can be by myself. I've gone 6 months before without sex, just fine. That first month is usually pretty hard to get past, but once you hit like 6 weeks, then it's like, all right,
Right,
I'm good
right,
now, because you kind of it's almost like detoxing from drugs. It's like you're used to getting this regular thing and then now you don't have it and you're like, fuck,
right.
I need
Yes,
it.
sir.
And but once I hit that 1 month to 6 week mark, then it's like the months go by and then you're like, shit,
Right.
it's been 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I'm not, even though I'm a very sexual person, I'm not like, on those Craigslist ads, like,
Right.
going and doing one night stands and shit. I don't like one night stands, but anyway, so and I have to say that I really appreciate your perspective. I do feel like you are very realistic. So any lady who happens to date you, I think should make herself feel very, very lucky and blessed to have somebody that is secure with himself and willing to have a deeper relationship. So I might have to so ladies, if you're looking for something a little bit more than what you've been getting, Eric over here is on the market, or are you on the market?
Yeah, I'm on the
Okay.
market. Yeah,
I'm presuming over here. So he's on the market. You can definitely hit me up and I'll have to screen you first though. I'm not gonna let the homie get no crazy
no
bitch. So
doubt,
there's gonna be an
no doubt.
application process and maybe an interview before like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pre-qualifying interview and then I'll definitely pass your information along to him. Known him for several years. And he's always been 100%. Shoot, how long have we known each other?
We
It's been
know
a
each other.
while.
I think. Yeah. Wow, too. Wow.
Like 6 or 7 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
5, 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, because I came into Dallas, and then my boy plugged me in with you. Cause cause I told him, man, I like the nightlife, or like, then
Mhm.
he say, yo, and cause my boy was kicking it
With
with your,
Ariel. Mhm.
yeah, and so
I had forgotten that that's how we met, which is so
yeah,
funny. I was
yeah.
like,
I
"How did we
text you. He
meet?"
was like, "Yo, come on down to Deep Ellum and stuff." Then it was cool though. I was like, then when Mob Deep came into town, you didn't let me backstage though. But
Oh,
I think you
okay.
was let,
I did that. Oh,
yeah,
you
yeah,
got to meet
yeah. So
Prodigy. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
But
something
that's
to
what's up
remember.
though. Yep, yep. So yeah, I mean, and I really like and that's one of the things that's new for me is this having like female friends.
Mhm.
You know, You know what I'm saying? Like this is keeping it on a level. Not saying that I wouldn't date you, Callie, but I'm saying that, we like mad cool though,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I really enjoyed your birthday party though. Like, yo, you was in it. You had a ball. You had a
I
ball though.
did. I had a little too
Yeah.
much fun. I'm surprised I maintained myself till like midnight that night. I don't think I went to bed till midnight. So that was
Yeah.
like I had to go like there was some moments though where I had to go up to my room and just get away from everybody and chill out for a second, like just drink some water and like, okay, rehydrate, get my wits
Right,
about me
right,
and then all right, let's go back down to the madness. But
right, right,
no, we
right,
we had a
right.
really we had a really good crowd of people, like, and I don't want to say crowd because it was definitely Corona. So we had about, I had probably 12 to 15 people in and out the whole time. Whether it was at the pool party or later on at dinner. And they were all really great personalities and everybody got along really well. And, so it was a whole vibe. And Mike
Yeah,
B like handled the music really great.
right.
Lorenzo Hotel actually invited him to come back out and spin for another private party. So
Yeah, yeah,
I always enjoy it when I'm able to bring two brands together and help everybody make money. So that makes me happy. But um, well, go ahead and plug some of your social media stuff so people can know where to get this merchandise from.
okay.
Um, uh-oh,
Oh
there you
yeah, I got Blossom 637 on Instagram. You can follow me on that. Huh? What? I said, oh, I was too loud or something. Oh,
No,
and then I'm on
it
iBlossom.
started to glitch. So repeat the social media.
Oh, Blossom 637 on Instagram. You can follow me there. And it's gonna be a real cool concept. So if you see an item that you like, you can follow the link and you can just purchase on the web, so it's safe and everything is solid. I know people like reassurance there because I know there's a lot of like little sites out there and then they are not real.
Hmm.
And and also on Facebook is I Blossom, in which is a private group. I have over 1,000 some followers, 1,000 some members there, and you can join me, ask to join, and I bring you into the private group in which I do like private selling. I do live listings and stuff like that. All the stuff I keep current. You can ask Callie as a reference.
Yep.
All stuff is fire.
I totally vouch. And Blossom is spelled Blossum.
UM.
Yep.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Well, any last words, Eric, before we end?
Well, Cal, I really enjoyed myself, and it's one of the things that I was going to start doing, like more live and more up. So I just, once I saw you, with the podcast, and saying zooming, and I was like, yeah, I definitely wanted to partake in that, as far as get more experience in doing that, and also to and also get my point of view from a man point of view.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
you know. So yeah, I really enjoyed myself. I look forward to meeting more other interviews. I know you. I know as things going, you're gonna blossom. What are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I look forward to like various other interviews and hanging out with you.
Awesome. Well,
What's
and then
next on the agenda? What's next on the agenda though? I mean,
so I'm
no
doing
party.
I'm doing monthly events at Rainbow Vomit. So I have one coming up Thanksgiving night. We're calling it Friendsgiving Spectacular.
Okay,
And it's going to be DJ Lady Rock with a host Bleach. She's
okay,
an amazing drag queen. I love her to death. And then we
okay,
have LaBelle in the cloud room, and then we're gonna have a tarot card reader. And I've already put together my Christmas, well, because I'm doing them towards the end of the month, so this one's gonna be kind of, obviously Christmas themed. Real excited about that one. Not gonna announce it yet because I want everybody to go to Rainbow Vomit on November 26th. It's over across from the State Fair Park. It's an Instagram art gallery, which is
okay,
really amazing. So the whole place is just a photographer's dream. So, take a bunch of selfies, bring a friend so that they can take pictures of you and you can take pictures of them, come dressed to impress. I mean, come dressed for camera, like whatever that means to you. You can also dress however you want, but take the opportunity to get those, Facebook profile pictures and those Instagram pictures. It's going to be BYOB or donation bar. I'll be
okay,
bartending this event so that I can save money that way because we spent a lot of money at the last one. But anyway, yeah. So BYOB donation only bar. We're gonna have Chef Key, aka Kilo Artifacts, selling empanadas. If
okay,
I can get a tamale vendor in there, that is going to definitely happen because I need some tamales in my life. Like I am so
okay.
sad right now that I have not gotten any tamales, and November is like halfway through almost. So if you sell tamales, let me have a sample because I can't have any trash tamales at my event.
Right, right, right.
But yeah, tickets are $25 online and they're $30 at the door. You can go to my production page, Right Round Productions, or go to Rainbow Vomit Dallas.com. I think I should know this, but look up Rainbow Vomit Dallas and there's a link there. It's going to be the Thursday, November 26th.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on now. I'm partnering, hopefully waiting for them to sign the contract. And, but I'm partnering with like a sex toy / product company.
Okay.
It's a big brand in DFW. They have about 8 to 12 locations. So once that
Sarah
goes through,
Secrets.
no, it's not that one.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but as soon as they send that contract, I'm gonna be blasting the brand,
Ooh,
and
wee.
I get to do product reviews and write blogs, and they'll probably have like a table set up at my events as well. Can't sell toys at the event; that's against the law in Texas. With mixed crowds like that, but I can sell lube and give coupons and things like that. So really excited about
Right.
that. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. And
That's what's up.
I manage L25 or L25. I always say L25. L25. She's blowing up. So go check her music out at L25 Music
Okay.
on most social media. She just dropped a new video called Outer Space. So yeah, I just keep it moving, man. Yeah, can't slow down.
No doubt, no doubt. You definitely be on your grind, though. I
Yeah,
mean, I respect that wholeheartedly. Salute to you. You
thank
know.
you. Yep. And for everybody watching, if you enjoyed this interview, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all of those things. I hate those little, but you have to tell people to do that. Otherwise, they don't. So,
Right, right.
share it. I posted on Facebook at the Smitten Kitten with Callie D Facebook. And then I also have a YouTube where I post these interviews. So make sure you like both those different pages, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. I think there's a little bell that you can like click on the YouTube. So it'll tell you when I upload a new one. So if everybody can do that for me, then that would be great. It would be great if I could monetize this stuff and then have
Doubt.
even bigger and better artists on and work with more brands. So again, Eric, it's Blossum. See, I follow you. So it's Blossum 65 what?
Blossom 637 on IG
637. Okay.
and I Blossom on Facebook. And you got
Gotcha.
to actually join.
Okay. And it's Blossum with a U, Blossum. So thank you again, Eric. And I shall see you shortly. Hopefully you'll be at my, if you want to set up a table, Thanksgiving, let me know.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We can do that.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
All
So
right.
see Eric at Rainbow Vomit on November 26th. Ladies, again, he's
Yeah.
single. All
Man,
right.
I'm hustling too. And I believe in God.
Oh, there you go. All
I'm
right. I
telling
can't say
you.
all that, but all right. Bye, Eric.
Bye, though.